Alright, so let's kick things off with Thor. So here he is in the foil style. Pretty stylish if you ask me. Almost looks like he's wearing knight's armor. Really love the cloak, how you have that whole star galaxy effect. So here's his cloak, here's Mjolnir, here's his glider, which is Mjolnir's path. Pretty freaking sweet. And the Bifrost glow for his glider effect. And then here we have his built-in emote, God of Thunder. Look at that. Now that is pretty freaking sweet. So as you can see, we are now the powerful God of Thunder with the electricity crackling all around him. Oh, it's even doing it on his cape right there. His cloak. Wow. I really like this, especially what it does to Mjolnir. Okay, this is awesome. Alright, so here's a look at the Bifrost Glow Contrail in-game. Looks pretty sweet. I like it. And as you can see right there, you have his hands glowing too, and his body. I gotta say, very nice. All the detail they put into this is really incredible. That's also one thing that I never get tired of seeing, is when you go to pull Mjolnir, it looks like it just comes out of nowhere when he summons it. And right here is probably one of the best gliders. Like, how awesome is this? The only downside though is that you could only use it as Thor. But, what I also really like is when you're harvesting, you see how he throws Mjolnir between both hands? That is just so freaking sweet. How he just boom toss. Like, that is amazing. Now, the only other person that can use Mjolnir is Captain America, so you can use it as Thor. I wonder if you can throw it though. No. Oh well, still pretty freaking cool. Look at how he swaps it between hand and hand. And check it out. Gun. And then, come here, Mjolnir. How freaking cool is that? Like, that is, go away. Ooh, that is freaking awesome. That is an amazing detail that they did. I really enjoy that. Probably one of my favorite animations. And this glider is just, I love it. Alright, and next up we have Jennifer Walters. So here's her foil style. Pretty stylish, as you can see. Foil all around, including her skirt, her gloves, her hair tie, glasses, her heels. Or would those be wedges? I don't really know. Either way. So here it is. Pretty freaking sweet. I'm not a big fan of the back bling, but it's pretty cool how they swivel and stuff when you move and jump. So I guess that's pretty cool. So, oh look, I never noticed that her earrings move too. Huh. Notice something new every day. So there's the back bling, which is, again, not a big fan of, especially because it doesn't change colors. And then here are her pickaxes, the hammers of justice. So you can switch between dual wielded or a single one, your choice. I like the dual wielded ones just because of, I don't know, you get to have two of them. So it's pretty freaking sweet. She doesn't have a glider, so I just got the Kaboom one, and she doesn't have a contrail, so I just went with the Zips one. So just standard, since she doesn't have one. It would be pretty cool if she did, but... And here's her emote, Gamma Overload, and we are now She-Hulk. So this is how the She-Hulk looks in her foil. Gotta say, I think I like this a lot more than the regular Jessica Walters. This is real nice. So there's Jennifer Walters and She-Hulk. Really no gameplay needed. There's nothing special like with Thor. So, but here's her. Pretty nice. Okay, and now we have Groot. Now, Groot is probably one of the better of the Thor and Jessica, just for the simple fact of all the details. Like, it looks like he was ripped right out of a comic strip. Like, it just looks absolutely amazing in his foil style, and then with the black lines, and then, like, look at that. It's just, wow. I really love it, especially with, like I said, I just like it because it looks like he just literally came out of a comic. I mean, they kind of do, but yeah, you know what I mean. So here is Groot, and here is his Groot sapling back bling. And here he is jamming to the beat of his own little music. So there, he's not reactive or anything, so he just does the same thing, the same little cute dance over and over again. But you know, it's cute, so it's okay. So here's Groot's sap axes, and just like Jennifer Walters, you can choose between dual wielded and a single one. So here's the single one, which is pretty neat. But again, I prefer the dual wielded just because, you know, you get two, and who doesn't like more than one of something? But you may prefer the single one, so you can always, you know, choose between those. And there is his glider, which is pretty sweet. It's got the little leaves and stuff when you fly. So, and it's pretty nice too. So, and then you have his glider, Contrail, the Sap Light. Love this one. It's really cool. And not just for Groot too. I mean, I know it goes with Groot, but it really goes well with a lot of other characters too. And now we have his built-in emote. And when I first did this for the challenge, it tripped me out to hear him talk. Like, he talks. I've never heard anyone in this game talk. I mean, yeah, you got your blah, blah, blah from, like, the henchmen and stuff, but, Okay, next up in the foil style line, we have Storm. And Storm looks pretty snazzy if you ask me, especially with the white and gold accents added. Gotta say, it's incredible. And then the way her hair looks, and just, I mean, the whole character in general is completely amazing. Definitely one of the aesthetically pleasing, well, at least in my opinion. I really think she's really, really neat. But I think mostly is because it kind of reminds me of a Power Ranger. So that may be why. But, you know, to each his own. So here's her style in the foil. She doesn't have a back bling, unfortunately. So there's her pickaxe, which is lightning. Freaking awesome. And then her storm glider. This thing is almost as incredible as Mjolnir's Path. Like, look at that. That is freaking awesome. I really love it. And then we have Storm's Strike Contrail. So, it's pretty cool. And then her built-in emote. Right there. Boom. Now we become Storm Goddess. And now you get a back bling. Which isn't really kind of a back bling. But, you know, now we have our cape. Or a cloak, or whatever you want to call it. But there it is. So I guess it makes up for not having a back bling. So here is her Contrail in game. As you can see, we've got the lightning bolts shooting up through her hand, which is really cool, especially how you got the whole cloud animations and stuff when you're skydiving. It really works well built in together. So I really like how they did that. It just adds more fun to the character when you're dropping in from the battle bus. And there we have our glider. Look at that. Come on, how can you not tell me that is so awesome? Only downside is that you could only use it as Storm. So, you know, what can you do? So here's her pickaxe. It's pretty sweet, especially the noise it makes when you're harvesting, how it makes like that electricity whoosh, whoosh, swishing sound. Pretty cool. Ooh, quick pro gamer tip. These ice chests count as chests for your punch cards. Remember that. Alright, let's take a look at her built-in emote, Gale Force, in game. That is sweet. Look at that. And now we have our cloak. Or cape. Or back bling. Well, whatever you want to call it. Alright, let's take a look at this awesome glider one more time. That is way too cool. I would just hover across the entire map if I could. That's how awesome this is. I love it. Too bad you could only use it as Storm, though. I would love to use this as other characters. Maybe when the season's over. Alright, and next up we have Dr. Doom. So here's his foil style. And this is my number 2 favorite skin in the entire Battle Pass. It's just so cool. I really love the fact that his cloak changes with whichever style you go with. So if you go with foil, the cloak will be foil. If you go with gold, the cloak will be gold. And thank goodness that they did that. I don't think I would have loved it as much if it didn't do that. So here he is, and here is his cloak. Now, Dr. Doom does have 2 back blings. He has his cloak and the chalice, which I will show right now. That one doesn't change colors, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't because it's kind of like a cup, so I guess it'd be kind of weird if it did change colors. I don't know. Either way, here it is. And even though it doesn't change colors, for some reason it fits. So there it is. You got the green whatever that is coming out of it. All right, let's put the cloak back on. All right, and here is his pickaxe. This thing is awesome. I just think the whole Dr. Doom set is just awesome. It definitely became one of my favorites. Now this one is just a single, but that's all you really need. It is amazing in game, amazing to hold. And here is his con. That's not what it's supposed to look like. I guess it's glitched out. Well, here's his contrail. So this is kind of what his glider's supposed to look like. See how he has those green bursts around his hands, and then you got that black goo almost looking like a lava lamp? That's kind of what it's supposed to look like, but I think it's glitched out. There's a lot of glitches. That's really unfortunate. Oh well. But look at this. The coolest emote in the entire game. You're not going to change my mind. Look at that. The only downside is that you need a victory royale. So I don't get to use it that often. But hey, play a lot of Team Rumble and you might get lucky. So with that in mind, I hopped in a Team Rumble match and I got lucky. Check this out. And come on. How freaking epic is that? This is the coolest emote ever. Again, this is why Dr. Doom is my number 2 favorite out of the entire Battle Pass. This is just amazing. Okay, and next up we have the shape-shifting Mystique. So here's her foil style. Got the foil on there. Got the fishnets right there on the calves. I mean, I love the red hair, but I don't know. I like it. Well, there's her skull back bling. Pretty sweet. Doesn't change colors, unfortunately. It stays gold. Here are her pickaxes. Now you can switch between dual and single. So right there, there's that staff. And again, per usual, I prefer the double. You do have this secondary style here, but I haven't unlocked it yet. But there's that one too. So you got 4 different styles. Yeah. And she doesn't have a glider, so I just used Silver Surfers. She doesn't have a Contrail either, so I just used the Zips one. So, unfortunately, but you know, what can you do? And here's her built-in emote. And boom, we can transform into anyone. Now, since we didn't kill anyone, you do transform into a default skin. But when you do get a kill, you transform into the person you killed. So let's go have a look. All right, let's take a look at the animation. I absolutely love that, how the eyes glow. Alright, let's go find us a victim. Alright, so here we got this sweaty soccer skin right there, and oh, get wrecked, nerd. I am the... Okay, we're gonna pretend that didn't happen. So, let's respawn after... I don't know. Well, anyways, let's see. Can we... Even though we died... That's so cool. Oh, we did it. And here we are. We are now a new skin. Now, it's not permanent. It does last about a minute or until you get shot, and then you go back to being Mystique. So, there is that. Still pretty cool, though. Alright, and now we have Tony Stank himself. So here he is in his foil skin. Now, my favorite Marvel hero is Iron Man. I love Iron Man. Unfortunately, I don't like him in this battle pass. And I'll tell you why. Right here. This back bling does not change colors. Nor does his glider. I mean, look at him. Look at how dorky he looks. It just doesn't match. And then when you do transform into Iron Man with this built-in emote, it's even dorkier. Yeah, it's cool if you're playing regular Iron Man. Well, anyways, so there's his pickaxe. Pretty cool. Doesn't change colors either. There is his glider right there. Pretty huge. Doesn't change colors either. But, there it is. Pretty cool. Again, I guess it would all be cool if you were using the default Iron Man, but that just means that you can't use foil gold or the holographic Iron Man. He doesn't have a Contrail, so I just used the zips. And it's just very, very disappointing. I think this was the most disappointing. And there's his built-in emote, and we are now Iron Man. Well, foil Iron Man. So, there it is. Look at that! Look at how dorky that looks. Doesn't even match. Looks like we got dressed in the dark. Oh well, beggars can't be choosers. Like I said, it looks amazing if you're playing as just regular Iron Man, but I guess you could always go with no back bling and be just as fine, which I guess could work because Iron Man doesn't really have a back bling. Well, either way, there's that. Alright, let's use our built-in emote, become foil Iron. Whoa, that's weird. It skipped the whole animation. Huh, never done that before. Alright, so here we are with our glider. Pretty freaking sweet. It'd be better if it matched. Well, either way though, it's really cool. So as you can see, you got the jet propulsions right there on the back bling and then on his hands and feet. Really, really cool. Especially the animation and the noises. So here we go. It drops, it goes away. That's so cool. This is definitely a real good one. They did a really nice job with this. I am not going to take away from that because this is really, really incredible. They did a real good job with that. Alright, and here's his pickaxe. Pretty sweet. Stark technology at its finest right there. And what the heck? Where did that get? It's my first day playing. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if we could have a drum roll, please. My favorite skin in the entire battle pass, Wolverine himself. Just look at all that sexiness. Just look at how incredible that looks. Now, when I unlocked Wolverine, I was obsessed with his OG skin. I absolutely loved it. And then I unlocked his foil skin, and I screamed. This just bestow, just taking its glory. Yeah, the back bling's not that great. At least personally, I don't think it fits. It does have two styles. So you got the dead sentinel head, dead. The little neck wires just dangling around everywhere like little gut entrails. And then you got the alive sentinel with sparks, and it does make little robot noises. Alive, dead, alive. So there's that. And then he doesn't have a pickaxe. Well, I mean, he has his claws, but you can choose any pickaxe, so I just went with the scythe. He doesn't have a glider, so again, Silver Surfer. Doesn't have a contrail, so I went with the zips. Now, I don't really like the back bling, so I go with no back bling because I just think it looks a lot better. So let's see, here we go. So this is how I run him, with no back bling, because I like it better. But for, science purposes and for research, I left the back bling on. So that's what he looks like with the intended back bling he's supposed to have. And his built-in emote, which is the coolest, because now we can use his claws as pickaxes. Let's take a look. All right, so let's emote now so we don't have to do it later. And so cool. And now we can use his claws as a pickaxe. Come on, how sweet is that? So this is why he's my favorite in the entire battle pass. I mean, he's one of my, he's definitely in my top 5 for favorite superheroes, but in this battle pass, this is what made him my favorite, is the ability to use his claws as a pickaxe. And you can go back and forth. So if you decide you do want to use your regular pickaxe, you can just emote and he'll retract his claws, and now you can use your pickaxe. Or you can just use his claws the whole game, which I do. It's just really amazing. If you made it this far, thank you. I mean, honestly, thank you. I know this was a really long video and it wasn't the most thorough. If it would have been like an hour-long video. If something that, more thorough is something that you would like, just let me know. I can probably do each individual character and go a lot more in depth than I did. It was never my intention to make a video this long, but I tried to cover everything, the coolest stuff, as quickly as I could. But if you did make it this far, thank you so much. It does mean a lot. And thanks for watching.